Win or lose, it's how you play the game. With everything you got. No energy saved, no emotion held back.
That one is to left. They play shallow.
And that's what baseball is. A game. A kid's game that says summertime and the innocent time of life. That gives us moments to cherish and life lessons to follow forever.
Welcome to Waco, Texas. It's the Little League World Series on ESPN presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. This Southwest Regional began with 8 teams. We are now down to 3, and the winner of today's game between Oklahoma and New Mexico moves on to the regional championship. Awaiting in the regional final will be Texas. They have bulldozed their competition. In 3 games, Texas has outscored its opponents by a combined score of 35-5. New Mexico is here because of power pitching. Mac Mabry, 23 strikeouts, and power hitting. Nate Hernandez has a couple of home runs and has driven in 6 runs. Oklahoma, they are the upstart. Little was expected, and they have delivered. 2-1, seeking their first trip to the championship game. They've never finished better than 5th in this Southwest Regional. So it'll be Oklahoma and New Mexico. It's an elimination game. The winner will face Texas tomorrow with a trip to Williamsport, Pennsylvania on the line. And with that, we say good evening. Anish Shroff alongside Keith Moreland. For those of you looking to watch Alabama and Virginia, the Southeast Regional, you can watch that game on ESPNU. And the game we're about to see, we've seen a New Mexico team that can hit, especially the top 4 in the order, and the power comes from that cleanup spot.
Well, it does come from the cleanup spot from Nate Hernandez. But when you just look at this club, and you look at Nate right up there, he's hit 2 home runs. That's more than anybody else in this tournament. And Nasty Nate, as he goes by, and he's done it early in games, too. First inning, 2-run homer. This is in the 4th inning. He comes back the next ball game, hits a big home run. It sets the table for the ball game, gives them the lead early, and then he comes back. This ball almost getting out, about a foot from leaving the ballpark. He has been the power offensively for New Mexico, which is a good offensive club.
He's got power rhymes, too. We'll hear him rap later in the game. For Oklahoma, the formula has been defense. They've fielded better than anybody.
No question about it. They've only walked 3 batters, and they have limited their opponents, and they've done it by turning the double play 3-6-3. You don't see this very often at the next level, or the next level. Nice job by Shackelford to get back to the bag, and then a Hammonegger, 4-6-3 double play when they really needed it. They kept Texas in last night's ball game a 1-0 game going into the 6th with their defense.
For these boys of summer, they are just 2 wins away from living out a Midsummer Night's Dream. The Southwest Regional Semi coming your way with first pitch, Oklahoma and New Mexico.
Pete the Cat is a character in a book and a TV show. And Jet Hope, his mom, brought it down to Waco, so it'd be our rally cat.
I told my mom that we needed to buy Pete because it matched our team colors.
We signed him and put him in the dugout. We put all our necklaces on him and we patted him every time we went out to bat or every time we went out to the field.
I was pitching, get the ground ball, touch first, and all celebrating. Alex grabs Pete. We all just start throwing him up and stuff, and just a great time.
Pete, he's our mascot.
Pete has also been quite the good luck charm for the boys from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
My name is Brad Lane, manager of Tulsa National Little League, representing Oklahoma. Here's my team.
Hi, Mark Brumble, assistant coach.
Hi, Jeff Conway, assistant coach.
I'm Easton Martin. I play center field, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
I'm Cash Crockett. I play first, second, and outfield, and my favorite athlete is Baker Mayfield.
I'm Tanner McMurray. I play shortstop, second, pitcher, and catcher, and my favorite athlete is Clayton Kershaw.
I'm Alex Whitworth. I play third,
and my favorite baseball player is Yadier Molina.
My name is Kim Knudsen. I play third, short, and pitcher, and my favorite athlete is Jim Thorpe.
I'm Emerson Lane. I play second, pitcher, and catcher, and my favorite team is the Boston Red Sox.
I'm Spence Perry. I play second, and my favorite team is the Atlanta Braves.
I'm Logan Conway. I play pitcher, catcher, and outfield. My favorite team is the Houston Astros.
Hi, I'm Jet Hope. I play pitcher, third base, and outfield, and my favorite athletes are my brothers.
Hi, I'm Levar Mathias, and I play second base, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, I'm Dylan Baldridge. I play center field and pitcher, and my favorite song is Psycho by Post Malone.
Hi, I'm Brady Shackelford, and I play first, third, and I pitch, and my favorite team is the Houston Astros.
Hi, I'm Joel Jones. I play outfield and pitcher. My favorite baseball team is LA Dodgers.
I'm Alex Quiroz. I play shortstop, left field, pitcher, and catcher, and my favorite athlete is Javier Baez.
And they'll be facing Keon Bajorquez. An outstanding changeup. Let's just start there. Tall young man at 5'9". It's not going to overpower you, Anish, with his fastball, but he's got an outstanding changeup. It just comes out of his hands. He's got great motion with it, downward tilt to it when it comes out of his hand. It doesn't throw a breaking ball, so it's fastball changeup. He tries to disrupt the rhythm and timing of the hitter. The other thing that he's done very well, he's thrown strikes.
And Oklahoma will try to get its offense going. Oklahoma shut out yesterday by Texas. In their previous game, they were no hit by Louisiana, but still ended up winning that game.
Well, they've done it with defense, and they've pitched well. They've got to find a way to get some offense going, and some extra base hits going. They've got one in this Southwest Regional Tournament.
First pitch is in there for a strike to Cam Knudsen, the Sea Dog. He's played a fine shortstop this past week in Waco. Routed softly to short. Jeremiah Dominguez to first. Knudsen takes a tumble, and he is retired for out number one.
Trying to get to the bag. Really nice job by Dominguez to set his feet, come get it. If you lay back on this ball, he's going to be safe, but he comes, gets it out of his hand, makes the transfer, and gets the out.
One out now, and Dylan Baldridge is the hitter. Big fan of the Angels and Mike Trout, swinging at the first pitch. Division at a glance. This is an 8-team modified double elimination tournament. Players are aged 10 to 13. 6-inning game, and the field size 2/3 of the conventional size. In all, we have 8 U.S. regionals, and the regional winners all go to Williamsport. And then you have the 8 international winners who all go to Williamsport. 16-team tournament. You have a U.S. champion and an international champion who then play in the ultimate championship. Grounded to third. Hazen right. Off the glove of the first baseman Mabry. And Baldridge will go into second without a throw.
Just rushed it, had more time. There's time when you get a little impatient. Got his elbow underneath, the ball sailed a little bit. Mabry is a big and really good defensive first baseman. Gets away from him, and a break here for Tulsa. See if they can get something going in this first inning. They have played with the lead, but they have gotten it late a couple of times.
Alex Whitworth, the batter, wants to be a marine biologist. Chose that over architecture. And he takes a ball one. Home plate umpire is Wes Pate. This matchup between Oklahoma and New Mexico, the first rematch we've seen in this regional. These two teams played on the very first day of this regional tourney. And New Mexico held Oklahoma in check for the first 3 innings, and then Oklahoma exploded with 6 runs in the 4th. And Tulsa winning that game. Sky to right. Delmonico Moreno makes the catch, no advance.
Just doing a really good job of changing speeds. You can see the Tulsa hitters off balance, off stride a little bit. They haven't been able to square anything up. They're trying to stay back. You can see the change up where he's got it in the palm of his hands. Boy, the ball just comes out. You try to stay back. He's got great arm speed with it.
Brady Shackelford now the hitter. Fouls it off. Keith, what's your advice to young players on how to approach a changeup?
Well, the first thing is, if you think you're going to try to pull the ball, you're in big trouble. Shackelford is a starting pitcher. Before we get to that point, he hit this ball right off the top of his foot, and he is the starting pitcher for Oklahoma. So it's a couple of things here. This goes right off his back foot, I believe, goes straight down on top of it, and that's his push-off foot. He's just a right-handed pitcher. It never feels good, but at least, right at 100 degrees, it's not as bad as if it was 35 or 40.
Yeah.
But you got to stay through the middle of the diamond swinging the bat against a guy that's got a good changeup.
A ball to strike to Brady Shackelford. Likes Westerns, big John Wayne fan. Also likes the TV show Walker, Texas Ranger. That one is lined to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Baldridge coming around third. The throw home. Not in time, and Oklahoma gets a big two-out RBI. They've got the 1-0 lead.
That's something that Tulsa hasn't done very often. They did not get the lead until the 4th inning in their first matchup with New Mexico, and their other ball game they won in their last at bat. So the 2 ball games they've won, they have not played with a lead. Throw just a little late. It's an accurate throw. Good slide. Great camera work right there to get that slide. See that left foot come across the top of the bag.
Spence Perry now the batter, the second baseman. Born on Halloween 2005. Would love to meet Chipper Jones, a newly minted Hall of Famer, and one of the best switch hitters of all time. A special pinch runner now. Joel Jones will run for Shackelford. You can use a special pinch runner twice per game, no more than once per inning. It does not affect the lineup. On the ground to third. Past Hayes and right. No play. And the 2-out rally continues. First and second now.
More aggressive. This Oklahoma ball club, they have been tentative at times at the plate. They're coming to the plate swinging the bat, swinging a lot of first pitches.
Tanner McMurray now steps in, playing right field today. He's done a lot of the catching for Oklahoma. And Keith, if you've got a favorite player in this regional, I know as an ex-catcher, he's right at the top of your list.
I tell you what, he has given everything he's got. Might be involved on the mound today. I don't think that's the reason he is not catching, because of the pitching rules. You catch more than 4 innings, you're not available to pitch in the ball game. So he's in the outfield today, but well, he's been a leader of this club.
Big Dodgers fan. Back in 2009, he attended Mark Burley's perfect game in Chicago. Swings at a ball, 1-2.
Can't think pull again. Guy like this, you got to think back through the middle because of the great changeup.
Two-two line, base hit left field. Jones will stop at third, and the bases are loaded for Oklahoma. So this offense, which came into this game hitting just 164 in the regional, has now strung together 3 consecutive hits.
And took an advantage of a miscue to get on the board, and now an opportunity to have a crooked number. Changeup stays up. Murray does a nice job getting on top of it. The mistake was he fooled him with the speed, but he left it up where he could get the barrel to it.
All the bags are full for Cash Crockett. Best name in this regional. And he takes ball 1. Nickname, of course, Money. Cash eats a bacon, egg, and a cheese McGriddle before games. Grounded softly to short. Dominguez up with it. Across to Mabry at first, and that does it. Oklahoma strands. The base is loaded, but they do get a run. Brady Shackelford, who we'll see on the mound with the RBI single. Carlsbad, New Mexico sits right on the Texas border, on the Pecos River and on the edge of the Guadalupe Mountains.
Hi, my name is Josh Quintella. I'm from Shorthorn Little League, Carlsbad, New Mexico, and here's my team.
Hi, I'm Brandon Wright, assistant coach.
Hi, I'm Roy Thomas, assistant coach.
Hi, I'm Gustavo Moreno. I play outfield and first, and my favorite player is Mookie Becks.
Hi, my name is Denzel Martinez. I play catcher and infield, and my favorite player is Javier Baez.
Hi, I'm Hazen Wright. I play third base and pitcher, and my favorite player is Aaron Judge.
Hi, I'm Keon Bojorquez. I play outfield and pitcher, and my favorite baseball team is the New York Yankees.
Hi, I'm Tristan Thomas. I play center field, and my favorite athlete is Mike Trout.
Hi, I'm Brady Quintella. I play second base, and my favorite baseball player is Jose Altuve.
Hi, my name is Frankie Galeno, and I play outfield, and my favorite player is Aaron Judge.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah Dominguez. I play shortstop and pitcher, and my favorite athlete is Francisco Lindor.
Hi, I'm Delmonico Moreno. I'm a utility player, and my favorite athlete is Derek Jeter.
Hi, I'm Mac Mabry. I play first base and pitcher, and my favorite food is a bacon cheeseburger.
Hi, I'm Nate Hernandez. I play third base and pitcher, and my favorite baseball player is Prince Fielder.
And they'll be facing Brady Shackelford, 5'4". Favorite actor is John Wayne. Fastball. It's got a little change up. You got a 2-seam and a 4-seam fastball. He's not going to overpower you. Still throw strikes. And that's what most of the staff does for this Tulsa ball club. That the guys can come in, they can throw strikes. They're not going to overpower you with velocity, but they try to keep the ball down, work in and out. You'll see them both trying to hit the inside and the outside corner with the fastball, mixing a changeup, an occasional breaking ball you'll see from them. And on their staff, a lot of knuckleballers. Shackelford not one of those guys that uses a knuckleball.
And with the defense behind Shackelford, they're not afraid to pitch to contact. Strike 1 to Aiden Quintella. This is a New Mexico lineup that's aggressive. They did not walk in their first game against Oklahoma. 1-1 to Quintella, whose favorite athlete is Jose Altuve. Big fan of the movie The Sandlot. So he's happy to know that there's talks of a Sandlot prequel. I would imagine that has to do with the Beast.
I would think so.
1-1, line drive, base hit left field. Boy, the top of this New Mexico order has just been setting the table and then letting the big boys go to dinner.
Well, this is really mechanically very sound. Until the front side gets down here, gets on top of the ball. You see his hands go down and through it. You see him bring them in to get the barrel to it. Drives it into left field.
Quintella 6 for 15 in this regional. Tristan Thomas 10 for 12. And he takes a ball. TNT will likely be the pitcher tomorrow should New Mexico get to the championship. Has played a fine center field. 2 hits away from tying the Southwest record for most hits in a regional.
Well, he has been spectacular. Mechanically very sound. Uses the center of the field. He'll go the other way. And he's got a good eye. He doesn't go outside the zone very often.
He was retired in his last at bat, so that actually brought his average down to .833 for the regional. Taking all the way, strike 1.
Throwing strikes and playing defense. How Tulsa's got here. Got to throw one here.
3-1, base hit right side. McMurray has it go off his body. Quintella heading to third, and he just beats the throw. Men on the corners, nobody out, and Mac Mabry is the hitter.
I tell you, Quintella, the baseball intelligence of some of these young men. Look at him, he looks, he sees the bobble right there. Okay, I can go. And then he turns on the jets, gets there just ahead of the throw. That's a big move. Get around to third base and score so many different ways. And just like you look at the scenario right now, you got the big boys at the plate.
And this has been the formula. Quintella and Thomas setting the table. Mabry and Hernandez doing the damage. Mabry swinging at the first pitch way out in front, 0-1.
That's the first off-speed pitch breaking ball we seen from Shackelford. Mixed in an overhand curve that time.
Mabry on the mound in 3 appearances was nothing short of sensational for New Mexico. 7 2/3 innings, 23 strikeouts. Off the glove of the first baseman Baldridge into short right field. A run scores. It's an RBI single by Mabry. And now 2 on for the big power threat, Nate Hernandez.
Stayed back on the breaking ball that time. Did everything. Baldridge tried to do everything he could do to get this. He lays out and just gets off of his glove. You can see him at first base. Crossover. Gets a piece of it. Can't handle it. We got a tie ball game.
Assistant coach Mark Brumble making his way to the mound.
Okay, Brady, you're doing a great job. Throwing around the plate, keeping the shoulder in, driving home. You've thrown a good amount of strikes, okay? We haven't gone to the curveball a great deal yet, but we're going to start using it a little bit as we get into the strength of the order right here, okay? Drive with that shoulder. Stay confident. So far, the hits have found holes.
Yeah.
Those are all grounders that could have went to somebody and we could have got out of the inning.
Sure.
So let's stay positive. We'll get something we can handle in a minute, and then we'll turn a good double play.
Ready, Coach?
All right? Good job. Let's go to work.
You have to be careful with the top 4. 1 through 4 in the New Mexico order. Now 25 for 51 in this regional. That's a tick under 500 with 15 runs batted in and 15 runs scored.
They have put it together. Thomas now 11 for 13.
Nate Hernandez has 2 home runs in this regional, and he's missed another 2, just barely. Hit one off the wall yesterday, had one go foul as well. Hooked it just by a bit. And there's that breaking ball in there for a strike. Teams have been very careful pitching to Nasty Nate after a couple of big flies.
You get ahead, then you can try to spot your fastball. I think he will go back to the breaking ball here, try to stay away from the power.
One and 2.
That Nasty Nate and I both looking for the breaking ball.
Breaking ball, fastball, breaking ball, fastball.
But just doing a nice job of mixing it up. Now you're back to an even count. This is a pitch you want to make it happen on. Either get the out some way, get him out on his front foot, fool him out somehow.
Got him. Big strikeout for the first out of the inning.
They did a nice job. I think the first pitch really set up the entire bat, and he comes back. Great location. Look at this ball running away with a 2-seamer. Great concentration. Got it by him.
2 on, 1 out. The hitter, the shortstop, Jeremiah Dominguez. Up and in. Dominguez enjoys enchiladas. Favorite player, Francisco Lindor. And a big fan of Ice Cube. High fly foul, left side, out of play.
I really like what a lot of these coaches have done. You can see Mom right there rooting on her son, but I love these coaches that have gotten these guys into the stretch, Anish, where they can get balance point and be mechanically sound throwing the baseball.
1-2. Shackelford had Dominguez fooled.
I got out front. That's a good 12-6 curveball right there.
Hit softly to third. Whitworth tags the runner. That's all they'll get. 2 outs now. Still first and second.
Well, if you can get that lead runner, we've seen a lot of runs score from third base with the wild pitch pass ball scenario. So that's a good idea. If you're only going to get one on the play and they were only going to get one, get the lead guy.
Delmonico Moreno now with 2 outs. Swings at the first pitch, a fly ball center field. Cash Crockett is there. And Shackelford able to pitch out of trouble. 1 in the books in this elimination game. Tied at 1.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by the Honda Odyssey, official vehicle of Little League since 1996.
Texas East, the team from Houston, blanked Oklahoma yesterday 5-0. That was a close game until Texas put up a 4 spot in the top of the 6th. And with the win, Texas has earned a spot in the championship game tomorrow. Oklahoma can get there with a win today against New Mexico. And New Mexico looking to win its 3rd game in as many days.
They've done a nice job, especially the top of the order. Now, both these teams, the nerves is a little bit away. Both pitchers are starting to settle in here. Now let's see how they respond.
Strike 1 to Levi Mathias, a big fan of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Tough go for the Hogs in the College World Series final. On the verge of winning the College World Series, to have it slip away, and then Oregon State came back in Game 3 behind a dominant performance by Kevin Abel.
It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, a little pop fly down the right field line that just was catchable, but was not caught. Two-on, hit hard, left center field. That gets down into the gap. And Mathias steams into second with a leadoff double. Keith, it took 4 games, but the Oklahoma bats have come alive.
They have. Second extra base hit of the tournament. They have not shown a lot of pop, slugging percentage, but this is a good start. Gets a pitch upstairs, stays on top of it, drives it into the gap. Now, do the little things. That's one of the things that we've seen from Oklahoma. They've had to manufacture, so get him over, get him in right here.
Looks like we will get a pinch runner for Levi. Both of these teams need to win today and tomorrow to get to Williamsport and the Little League World Series. You have districts, sectionals, state tournaments. We're in the regional round. And then it is off to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and the Little League World Series. Joel Jones will come in to run for Levi Mathias. Emerson Lane is the hitter. Squares to bunt, misses. Lane's favorite actor is Chris Farley. 0-2. Lane in his spare time likes to fish. He also wants to be a marine biologist. Got the Brazos River right here in Waco.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fishing in this area.
If you see a van down by there, you might find Chris Farley. Strike 3.
Horkus does a nice job right there, using 3 fastballs after you go through it, and just paints the outside corner. Second time around, back to the top of the order here.
Camden Knutson, the leadoff man, grounded to short his first time. They call Knutson the Sea Dog. Wants to visit Oz. And a big T Swift fan. Shake It Off, his favorite song. That one is into right field. A little flare that drops in. Jones had to hold up to make sure it dropped, so he goes to third, and once again, Oklahoma in business. Men on the corners, 1 out.
Boy, I tell you what, you can tell the coach and staff got with him, talked about we've got to get more aggressive offensively. They've come to the plate swinging at more first pitches than we've seen any time in their ball games that they've played so far. And then you can see Jones right there. He has to read. Does he have a chance at it? No, it falls in, but not a chance to get to the plate.
Coming into this game, Oklahoma had only 11 hits in 3 games. They've got 5 already with 1 out in the second. Big swing and a miss by Baldridge, who scored the lone Oklahoma run in the first. Reached on an error, got to second base on an overthrow, and then scored on a single by Shackelford. Mom Diane. Pop foul. Mabry with a good attempt. Tough play.
You know, with the speed of Jones at third, even though he's got a great arm, that was going to be a close play, because I think you got to tag up on this play. Jones does go back to get ready, but running that hard away from home plate, it'll take you a step and a half to make the play stop and then turn and try to make a throw.
One-two, right center field. That's ticketed for the gap. Moreno able to cut it off. Jones scores, second and third. It's an RBI double by Baldridge.
Doing a nice job staying inside the ball and squaring it up. 6th hit already in the ball game. Fastball away, stayed back, got on top of it. 2nd extra base hit for Baldridge. And only the 3rd total for Tulsa.
And Whitworth, the batter, he is the big power threat in this lineup. In 2 games against New Mexico,
all right. Good job out there.
Oklahoma 13 for 33.
Okay, hey, pick your head up. Down here, hey, go in the right field. Hey, pick your head up. Let's go. D.
New pitcher is going to be Delmonico Moreno. No, Delmonico Moreno will come into play second base as we get a new pitcher, Aiden Quintella. And he will inherit a 2nd and 3rd 1-out jam in the top of the 2nd. Second and third, 1 out, 1 run in. Oklahoma with a 1-run lead. Aiden Quintella, the new pitcher, gets Alex Whitworth to chase, 0-1.
Not going to overpower your Anish. He's got a little sink to his fastball, but his best pitch is a sweeping breaking ball, and he's got good command in it. He's not afraid to throw it at any time.
Alongside Keith Moreland, the former big leaguer, Anish Shroff. Semifinals of this Southwest Regional. Oklahoma and New Mexico, the winner facing Texas in the championship tomorrow afternoon. Grounded right back to Quintella, over to first. The runners have to hold, and now second and third, 2 outs.
Well, he does a nice job fielding his position, in position to make a play right there, and that's a big one. You know, he came in and got a save. He got 1 out in his 1 appearance that saved one of the wins for Carlsbad. So, you know, he could give him some length. He hasn't been used a lot. You know, if you get to this point of this tournament, there's a lot of guys that are not eligible to pitch.
Strike 1 to Brady Shackelford, who had an RBI single in the first. Yeah, this is the time where both teams may have to slug this one out because you've used a lot of your best arms. Now relying on taking advantage of the opportunities with the bats. Good breaking ball, 2-2.
That's the one that starts out at you as a hitter. You think it's going to hit you, and it breaks back and catches the corner, and you look up, and now I'm 1-2.
Weak lead to third. Going to be a tough play. Over to first. Not in time. A run scores.
I tell you what, Wright made an outstanding play to come get this ball, make the throw, and he made it very close. Got rid of it quickly. Strong arm from the side. Get a look at it. Ooh, if they review that is close.
That is a reviewable play. Force outs, tags on base paths, missed bases, and hit batters are all reviewable plays. Managers have unlimited successful challenges, but lose the ability to challenge after 2 unsuccessful challenges.
Could see the foot coming down, ball in the glove. I think this is going to be overturned. I think there's enough evidence to overturn it.
Right there when the ball's in the glove is that heel on the bag. I think he's out, Keith. I'm with you.
Boy, this is real momentum change right here. Great view of it again.
Now here's the thing.
Is there enough evidence?
Keep going back to the heel, right? Is that conclusive enough to overturn the call?
Yeah, it's got to be conclusive.
If there's a shred of doubt, the call on the field will stand.
We've got a couple of different angles. So this angle is really slow it down. Looks like ball and glove. Boy, it is really close though. See it from all angles.
They're taking their time again. They have to be absolutely sure.
Yeah, that angle, it just doesn't look like his heel is down and the ball's in the glove right there. I think it's overturned.
Can you definitively say that, though? That's the question.
Yes, that is the question.
Looking at it for a freeze frame, it looked like the throw beats him and he's out. But, again, you can't tell where that heel is. Even the fans now, they've got the app going. They're watching and trying to figure it out.
Here comes the call.
Yeah, I think it came down to, was there enough to overturn the call? And if there was that little doubt, I mean, he looked out, but can you definitively say he was absolutely out? And that was the question.
We had 3 different, great camera work. We had 3 different views of it.
Umpires took their time. That's one if the play was originally ruled that the base runner was out and they went to review, you would have had the same result.
I think you would have. Just there wasn't enough evidence to overturn the call.
Second RBI for Shackelford. Now Spence Perry with first and third. And he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. Seven hits already for Oklahoma. That's more than the last 2 games combined. Oklahoma won a game in this tournament in which they got no hit. Scored 3 runs, all on wild pitches.
And they've been looking, 10 of their 12 runs they've scored have come with 2 outs.
Perry strikes out. The inning is over. The mojo is there with Pete the Cat.
He's getting it done right now. 7 hits on the board, and they're finding a way to get it done. Extra base hits into the gap, and the final run scores on a hustle play, and they've got a 3-1 lead.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We've seen some offense early, 3-1 Oklahoma. As we go to the bottom of the second, the winner of this game will face Houston, Texas in the regional championship tomorrow. And tomorrow's game will be for a spot in Williamsport and the Little League World Series. 7, 8, and 9 due up for New Mexico here in the bottom of the second. Denzel Martinez, the catcher tonight, will lead it off.
A big inning for Shackelford. He helped himself with a base hit to drive in a run. Now he's got a 2-run lead. Attack, no gifts. Force him to swing the bat.
Shackelford has helped himself today with a couple of runs batted in. We told you early in the broadcast that Nate Hernandez, the cleanup hitter for New Mexico, is also a rapper. Well, Denzel Martinez appears on some of his tracks. He'll lay down the beat.
He's the backup guy.
Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to lead off the second for Martinez.
Well, it's not been the MO for Tulsa National. They have attacked with the strike zone.
Wednesday night baseball, a good one in the NL East. It's the Braves and the Nationals. Atlanta chasing Philly for the division lead. Washington 3.5 behind Atlanta and LA for that second wild card. Those two playing a doubleheader today. The Nats won the first game. Bryce Harper homered. Right now it's 1-1 in the second game of the doubleheader. Max Scherzer pitching for Washington. Strike 1 to Hazen Wright, the third baseman. Breaking ball 1 and 2. Trickles away from Emerson Lane, but not far enough for the runner to advance.
He's got to mix that pitch in. He's got to have command of it and keep a good mix. It's not going to overpower with his fastball, so he's got to mix in his breaking ball.
Another breaking ball popped up. Perry on the outfield grass, 1 away.
I tell you, when you look at this Southwest region, there's a lot of really good names that you'll look across there that people might recognize. Stephen Smith, West Texas, and Lubbock Western Little League. That was a really good club that appeared here in the Southwest Little League.
Now you'll see some big leaguers come through. Grounded to third, Whitworth to second, 1, relay to first. Not in time. Mark Garrison at first base says safe. Oklahoma turned a pair of double plays last night, and it looks like somebody's shaken up out there. It's Dylan Baldridge.
Well, 5-4-3 is one of the tough ones. Got an excellent turn by Perry. Throw to first. Stretched out. It might have stretched out a little bit too far. Trying to get that throw out there. Runner by the bag. Looks like he's going to be okay.
He's safe. Good stretch, though, by Baldridge. Play is under review.
Well, it was a beautiful turn at second, but see, I don't think there's enough evidence to overturn that call either. I think he's on the bag before the ball gets there.
This should stand, and it will. Is there indisputable video evidence to overturn the call? There was not. So Bajorquez at first with a fielder's choice. Aiden Quintela, the leadoff man, now steps in. He singled and scored the lone New Mexico run in the first. Grounded. Foul.
Just foul down the first base line. Well, this is the part of the lineup where Carlsbad has done most of their damage throughout this regional tournament.
Right back to the mound. Shackelford knocks it down from his knees. Able to throw out Quintela at first, and that does it for New Mexico.
Well, a real nice job. What do you have to do? After you deliver the ball, you become a fielder. Bounces over, but Shackelford stays with it, gets the out. So many times you look at Webb's gyms, we forget that these are 12-year-old young men, but we have seen some outstanding defenses, great baseball IQs, cutting runs off at the plate, great tags, and watching, and then tremendous throws to the plate, and then, hey, stay with it and get the tag. I mean, we have seen an awful lot of mechanically and fundamentally sound approaches. This is just outstanding right there. So we've seen a bunch in the outfield, in the infield. Every position has come up with a Webb gym. A 3-6-3 double play, that just doesn't happen very often. You're playing with the lead now. An issue when you scored last inning, you threw a 0 up defensively. Now you got a chance to come add.
Jet Hope is the pinch hitter for Oklahoma. Takes a mighty hack and misses. Hope was the starting pitcher yesterday for Oklahoma against a mighty Texas team, and really was outstanding until running out of gas late in that 6th inning.
Yep.
Hit on a rope to left field, but right at Nate Hernandez, 1 out. This is how the last inning ended.
Keep hitting the baseball. Man, I'm telling you, that was a play. Be out of balance like that and still make that play. Great job. Great job. Hey, keep banging the baseball.
With the way Oklahoma pitches and plays defense, boy, if the bats start going, they become awfully tough to beat.
Well, they have played defensive and been in the right spot, throwing to the right bag.
Ball 1 to Cash Crockett, who wants to be a radiologist. He's double jointed. His siblings have cool names too. Got a brother named Cole Crockett, and a sister named Kate Crockett. A lot of alliteration. Good take.
Missed with 2 breaking balls. It's a good time to set on the fastball, see if you can't get the barrel of the bat on it.
Slicing foul. Winner of this game will play tomorrow in the regional championship for a trip to Williamsport. Texas awaits the winner. Oklahoma lost to Texas last night. Texas and New Mexico have yet to play. It's going to be dangerous for whoever plays Texas. The team from Houston has their pitching all lined up.
Yep, you get through the winner's bracket, you're usually in better shape on the mound.
Swing and a miss. Crockett down on strikes. Want to play Little League in your local community? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you.
We had a first-year chartered Little League make it all the way to this regional tournament out of the state of Mississippi this year. Their first-year charter. Really great story. They had 11 players. They picked out of 33 in their league. 3 teams in the league.
Won a game. Levi Mathias, the hitter, he doubled his first time. And Levi ahead in the count, 2-0. Levi thinks he's the best dancer on the team. Loves to watch college baseball, enjoys Mexican food and fishing. And if we see him on the mound, he's another one of these Oklahoma kids that features a knuckler. Ball 4, Mathias walks. So 2 out now, and the 9 spot in the order due up. Emerson Lane will bat. Lane's dad, Brad, is the manager for Oklahoma. He wants to go fishing in the UK. He says if he wins the lottery, he's going to buy a boat.
Man likes to fish. See the ball first. You get in the box. I got to see the ball first before I can react.
0-2. The leadoff man, Knutson, is on deck.
Couldn't quite get their pitch selection down.
Strike 3, Lane down on strikes, inning over. Nate Hernandez will bat third in the bottom of the third, and we'll get to hear some of his musical stylings when we come back.
Nasty Nate's my favorite rapper.
Hit it, Nate.
Every day on the diamond we be grinding. Me and my boys be shining like the sun. Our road to Williamsport has just begun, and if we lose, we still ain't done. It's your boy Nasty.
It's your boy Diesel.
And we out. Peace.
I mean, we are blessed with some true Renaissance men in this regional.
they're having fun. I have to admit that.
Nasty Nate featuring Diesel. LP hit stores this fall.
Thomas has just been spectacular. Already a base hit in this ball game. One hit away from tying the Southwest Regional record for most hits in a regional.
He's 11 for 13 in the regional.
Stays inside the ball. He's mechanically very sound. Just barrels it up on a regular basis. And it's all velocity. I mean, guys that are off speed, he stays back. The velocity gets the barrel to it.
Left center field. That gets down. He's now tied the Southwest Regional record with 12 hits. And Keith, how many of his hits have been left center, center field, right center?
Oh, he's gap to gap. It's what he does. He's just been outstanding. The ball must look like a balloon to him because he's putting it on the barrel every time up.
Mac Mabry, the hitter now. Had an RBI single in the first. Diesel lines one to left. That'll get down for a base hit. Stopping at third is Thomas. And now the go-ahead run coming to the plate. It's Nasty Nate.
Well, the top part of this order, it's just hard to pitch around them. They've got to come up. This is a nice job staying back. Mabry was really pull conscious, Anish, in the first part of this tournament. These last couple of ball games, he started staying back and thinking about going the other way. So you see right there, he's strong enough. If he stays back, he can get the ball out of the ballpark the other way.
Atta baby, good piece of hitting, both of you. Relax.
Great job again. Keep the shoulder in. You got to drive through it. Now, we struck this guy out last time. Okay? Threw him a curveball, let him look the curveball, and kept the fastball a little up. Was that fastball we just threw a little low?
Outside.
It was outside? Yeah. I thought you threw a good pitch right there. Okay? So I still think you're hitting your spots. We can't get a double play right here, so we're going to have to battle through it. Okay? Got to get a ball we can handle. Got to get a ball we can handle. First and third. Okay? Oh, if we got first and third, let's get the double play. All right? Here we go.
So middle back and
Well, this is a big spot in the game. Nate Hernandez has 2 home runs in this regional.
2 of 7 total hit in this regional. The previous low for home runs in a Southwestern regional was 2003 with 11. There's only been 7 in this tournament so far.
He's had 2, and he could have had 4. Had 1 hit the wall and 1 just go foul. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. A run scores. Mabry stops at second, and New Mexico closes to 3-2.
Started him with the breaking ball, did Hernandez last time. This time they start with a fastball. It's up, out over the plate. It goes back through the box. Stays on top of it right there. Runners at first and second, nobody out.
Jeremiah Dominguez bunts. Fielded by Lane. Throws to first off the glove. The bases are not loaded. 1 run scores. They get Hernandez trying to take third. And we have a tie game at 3.
Well, the sacrifice worked, and it just couldn't get the throw down from Lane to first base. We'll have a conversation. Not sure where the runner was. This may be very well where the runner was. Did he have an opportunity? Was he running in the base pass? So I think that's what the conversation was over. That's a violation of running. Everybody will be sent back.
And that takes a run off the board. So Dominguez will be out as
He was running in the field of play, nowhere to throw the ball. He wasn't in the lane he sees in the field of play, so they're going to call that interference. I believe everybody gets to move up 60 feet. There is not an out at third because the play is dead at that point. Maybe we'll have to come back to first. Hernandez will go back to second, and there'll be one out in the inning.
And the most important thing there, instead of a 3-3 game, it's now 3-2. They're waiting on Mabry to come back. What's the proper play there for the base runner?
Well, when you're trying to bunt, you got to immediately try to get into the lane. You can see our camera angle right there is perfect angle for it down the first baseline. There is two lines. There's one on the outside and there's one on the inside, here and here. You've got to run in between those two lanes. By him being inside, it forces the catcher. Catcher has no lane to throw in because you're running in the field of play. So they're going to call a violation for interference. The runners will be moved back. They are allowed to move forward,
right,
the 60 feet, but the runner, the batter, is out.
I've got to explain to you what happened in the press box. We had a running lane violation. Batter runner violated.
So because of the running lane violation, it puts you in a scenario here. You know, one run has to come off the board, but still have second and third and one out. The sacrifice still worked. So it should be I'm not sure why Hernandez is at first base and they allowed Mabry to be at third. They should both. Okay, they do have to go back to the original placement.
So that means Mabry would have to go back to second. Mabry was on second. The runners on first and second. That was what we initially had said. When the base runner was ruled out because of interference, the runners have to return to their original base, and it's taking the umpires a little while to clear things out here. And you look, Mabry was at second, Hernandez was at first. Runner at first is called out on interference, so everyone's got to return to their original bases.
Correct.
This is a huge break for Oklahoma. So Delmonico Moreno now the batter with one out, two on, first and second. Grounded foul outside of third. And potentially a huge turn of events
no
here.
doubt.
Moreno's favorite team, the Yankees. A black belt in Taekwondo. Delmonico keeps a picture of his grandma, Loretta, in his back pocket for luck. Loretta passed away about a year and a half ago, but was a huge part of this New Mexico team at every game. Ripped. And that is a foul ball. Oh, not by much.
Just had enough hook on it right at the end to hook foul. Working with 8 umpires in this semifinal.
A few more in the stands.
Yes, but they are on the field. You can see 3 down each line and right there to make the call.
It'll be a 1-2 now to Delmonico Moreno. Emerson Lane comes out to talk to Shackelford, his pitcher.
Love to get something on the ground.
Oklahoma turned 2 double plays yesterday. Nearly turned 1 earlier in the game. Grounded to short, could be 2. Knutson, second for 1, relay to first. In time! Tulsa's defense to the rescue again.
No panic. Let them get to the ball, make a good feed, and then what a turn by Perry at second base. He has to get it and get it out of his glove. And boy, that is significant in the scenario that what was taking place, as it looked like it was going to be a big inning. But an excellent turn right here by Perry. Gets rid of it just in time to turn the double play.
Little League would like to extend its appreciation to its official sponsors like Major League Baseball's Play Ball Initiative and Canon, who help to maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of kids. That's the grounds crew, that's the umpires and the coaches, of course.
Oh, they just have done an outstanding job. All these folks have volunteered their time for 8-9 days to be here and take care of the ballpark, make the stands and the environment a safe and fun place to be.
With Keith Moreland, I'm Anish Shroff. Winner of this game will play Texas in the regional final tomorrow. Tomorrow's game is for a spot in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and the Little League World Series. Joel Jones will bat to lead things off here in the top of the 4th. We're halfway through. And Jones takes high, 1-0. Oklahoma has been the ultimate underdog story here in Waco. This Oklahoma team had not had any success historically in the Southwest Regional. Prior to last year, teams from Oklahoma were 1-43.
It was a big moment when they won a game in 2017, and immediately when we met with these coaches last week, the first thing they said, we're better than we were last year, and we felt like we came down and we're competitive, and this team has been very competitive. They are a few outs away at this point for playing for a ticket to Williamsport.
Oklahoma had never finished better than 5th, guaranteed at least a 3rd place finish. And you've been covering this event a long time.
And they've done it, and they've done it in a unique style. It's been all about limiting damage by throwing strikes and playing great defense.
Chop to first. Mabry right there. 1 out. Houston, Texas, the only unbeaten team in this regional. They've outscored their 3 opponents 35-5. Last year, the team that won this Waco regional was Texas East. Lufkin, Texas. Houston, Texas is the Texas East team, and Lufkin went on to be the U.S. champion. Baldridge ducks out of the way for ball 1. Chasing 1-1.
Quintella's really come in and sort of righted the ship here too. He's given some length on the mound, mixing his curveball and his fastball together.
Pulled foul, 1-2.
Mexico dropping their opener and having to stay in the elimination game from that point on, has gone through an awful lot of pitching to get to this point.
If you lose your opener, your only path to Williamsport is to win 4 games in 4 days. And if New Mexico can win today, it would be their 3rd win in as many days. Ripped to left again. That's another foul ball. Baldridge just a bit out in front. Oklahoma has swung the bats a lot better today.
They have. They've been more aggressive. They were taking an awful lot of pitches, and they've come out today with a game plan to attack.
Grounded to third. 2 outs.
Got a nice hop. Set his feet. Did Marino. Delivered the throw. You play third. I played it quite a bit myself. You like those Sunday hops that come up to you, because they can come at you in a hurry at times.
Hot corner. Easton Martin will pinch hit for Alex Whitworth in the 3-hole. Mandatory play means if you have 13 or more players on your roster, everybody has to bat at least once. Oklahoma has 14 players on its roster. They call Martin Biscuit, 11-year-old who loves donuts, Fortnite, and Amazon.com. If you have 12 players or less, the rule is everybody not only must bat once, but also play 6 consecutive defensive outs.
And that's Carlsbad required to do that.
New Mexico features an 11-man roster. Quintela 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 4th inning. Three balls and 2 strikes. That one just missed.
That was in a great location.
Martin choking up. Inside, ball 4. He's able to battle back for a walk. Took a couple of borderline pitches.
He did. One on the outer half, and the second one almost. You can see there are times you throw it, you think, ooh. Ooh. All you can do is throw it up there.
Brady Shackelford, 2 for 2, a couple of singles. He's driven into. Tomorrow's game will be a 1 p.m. start, Eastern Time, noon local. Shackelford a little too anxious.
They made it look like a strike and broke it out of the zone. Might be a good pitch to come right back to.
Barely got a piece of that one, and I'm not sure he swung at a strike in this at bat.
He has not. but he's being aggressive. And that's been their style. You can almost see that their staff said, hey, we've got to get something going offensively. They pounded out 7 hits. By far their best offensive day.
Check swing. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Oklahoma still nurses a 1-run lead. A trip to the regional championship on the line. Houston, Texas has been the dominant team here in Waco over the past week. 3-0. They've scored 35 runs. They've only given up 5. And Keith, no real discernible weakness on this roster.
Well, they've played good defense in the infield. They haven't walked many batters. They've got a dominant right-hander. That's to start with. That is available to pitch tomorrow. And the other part is, from top to bottom, they've been the best offensive lineup where they've swung the bat from the top of the order all the way down through the 9th spot.
And judging by that picture, they also have Batman.
They do have Batman.
And there's some of the Houston coaches doing a little advanced scouting. David Rook is the team manager in the middle. Just removed his hat, now put it back on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. New Mexico down a run. They have had the leadoff man on in each of the first 3 innings. Gustavo Moreno will lead it off. Actually, this is Denzel Martinez. It'll be Martinez, then Moreno, then Galindo. A big play in this game happened in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1st and 2nd, nobody out for New Mexico. Jeremiah Dominguez bunted. He was out of the baseline running to 1st and was called for interference. So he was called out. The runners had to go back to their original bases, and then the next batter, Delmonico Moreno, hit into a double play.
And Oklahoma's gotten to where you expect the double play when they're out there defensively.
They've turned 3 now in the last 2 games. 3-2. Shackelford has come back against Martinez. Denzel's favorite movie, The Sandlot, listens to Wiz Khalifa. Strike 3 from 3-0 to 3 strikes. Oh, that 3rd inning we talked about. These were the 2 big plays. 1st and 2nd, already 1 run in. There's the bunt by Dominguez. You can see he's running on the green.
And everybody has to go back to the original position, and then a 6-4-3 double play. 3rd and 2 ball games. Huge play right there. Ends the inning.
Breaking ball missed up high. 1-0 to Gustavo Moreno. Big fan of the Red Sox and Mookie Betts. Boston winning at a historic clip this year. They've got a chance to win 110 games or more. Grounded to short. 2 outs.
Knudsen does such a great job of getting from his fielding position where he's in good shape up to ready to throw. He doesn't have a long stride when he releases it, and he gets rid of the ball so quickly. it shows you don't have to have a gigantic arm to play shortstop. It's about your transition from catch to position to throw and the accuracy of your throw.
2 outs now. The number 9 hitter, Frank Galindo, swings at the first pitch, pops it foul. And Galindo, big fan of the Harry Potter books. I just watched the Harry Potter movies for the first time about 3-4 months ago.
Enjoyed them, didn't you?
Yeah, they were okay. Yeah, didn't love them, but they were okay. My wife kept on telling me during the movies, stop asking so many questions. It's based on a children's book. We still have to finish the last 2, the Deathly Hallows.
Yes. All right, we're getting to that point. Shackelford's at 52 pitches. You know, it's been hot here every single day, and we've seen these guys where they get to that 65, 70 pitch mark. We've seen guys start lose command. If anything else, it's still over 90 degrees right now.
Which has been one of the cooler nights that we've had here in Waco. That gets down into left field, a 2-out base runner. And that will bring up the top of this dangerous New Mexico lineup.
Well, just drop the head right down on top of it. Work the count. Now you're right. This is what the part of the lineup that's done all the damage.
The top 4 hitters in the lineup are 6 for 8 today. Quintela's 1 for 2. Breaking ball, strike. Quintela's dad, Josh, third base coach and manager for New Mexico. Shackelford jumps ahead 0-2.
How good has this been? Look at this tonight. 6 for 8, driven in 2. The top 4 hitters in the lineup. The rest of the lineup's 1 for 9.
That has been New Mexico's formula throughout this regional. If the bottom of the order can just get on base.
Top's been doing damage.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quintela down, and the inning over. 4 in the books here in Waco in this regional semifinal. Oklahoma still clings to a 3-2 lead as we get a look at the Brazos River. Coverage of the Little League World Series on ESPN presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We've had a lot of games over the last week here in Waco, Texas, the Southwest Regional, and we're down to 3 teams. We started with 8, Oklahoma, unexpected, but here they are with a 3-2 lead going to the 5th inning, a chance to tack on, and a team that has not had success historically in this tournament. In fact, just 1 win prior to last year's regional, with a chance to play for the regional championship and a trip to Williamsport if they can get 6 more outs. But right now, a chance to add on to this 1-run lead.
You just get the feeling that they're going to need more than 3 to win this ball game. So big inning right here, see if they can get something going.
Aiden Quintela on the mound for New Mexico came in the 2nd inning with 1 out and has really done a nice job holding the fort.
He righted the ship. He's thrown strikes. He's kept them off balance with that breaking ball you saw right there, mixing in and out.
Ahead on Spence Perry. On the ground is short. Dominguez, a strong throw to first.
Well, he moves. It's about moving your feet. Watch Dominguez get around this baseball. He gets over, gets in front of it, and that allows him to set that right foot, find his target, and then, as you mentioned, always good to have a good, strong arm to go across the diamond.
The batter now is Jet Hope. Hope has 4 older brothers. 3 of them played pro ball. In fact, 2 are still playing pro ball. His oldest brother, Mason, a 5th-round draft pick of Miami in 2011. Garrett, currently in the Dodgers system. Garrett played ball at West Virginia during his collegiate days. And then Carter was a 3rd-round pick of the Royals in 2013 and still in the Kansas City system as a reliever. And Jets pitched a couple of really good games for Oklahoma. High fly ball right field. Hernandez under it. 2 outs. The Little League Grow the Game Grant Initiative has distributed more than $2 million at the local level. Grant funding provides local Little Leagues resources for general improvement and to expand or establish softball challenger division and urban initiative programs. For more info, visit littleleague.org/grow the game. 2 outs now in the top of the 5th, and Alex Quiroz will be the pinch hitter. He'll bat in the 7 spot. Quiroz, a gifted drawer. Chasing 0-1. His favorite movie is Fast and the Furious, number 8. Keith really likes number 7.
Well, I just thought there was only 7. I didn't know they'd made an 8th one. Quintella, all he's done, Anish is coming into the game. 3 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs. He's walked 2, struck out 4. He has done his job out of the bullpen for Carlsbad.
Strike 3, the throw to first is in time. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 1-run game. We'll see Tristan Thomas, who's 12 for 14 in the regional, needs 1 hit to set a regional record.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
To the bottom of the 5th we go in Waco. Semifinals of the Southwest Regional. Oklahoma with a 1-run lead on New Mexico. And remember, in the 3rd inning, New Mexico had a run taken off the board on an interference call, and they never got that run back. And that's why it's a 1-run game.
This is that part of the lineup, though, for Carlsbad has been outstanding. 2, 3, 4 do, including the best hitter in this regional tournament at the plate right now.
12 for 14, Tristan Thomas in this regional. And he looks at ball 1. Thomas singled in the 1st, doubled, and scored in the 3rd. They call him TNT. What an apt nickname. Big looping curveball is high. Shackelford has gone all the way for Oklahoma at 60 pitches. He can throw as many as 85. That's the maximum allowed. And there's a strike, 2-1.
He's been efficient.
One more hit, and Thomas would set a Southwest regional record for hits. This one yanked to right field, and right there is hope for the first out, and that's just the 3rd time in 15 at-bats Thomas has been retired.
That first time he got a little bit off balance, got out in front, a little bit on his front foot, got underneath it, but power coming now.
Two big hitters coming up in Mabry and then Nate Hernandez.
How about Shackelford? He's mixed his pitches well, withstood the early part of the ball game, and he's done an outstanding job.
Mac Mabry, Diesel, 2 for 2 with a double. Mabry's quite the cook. Can make a mean pizza, grilled cheese, and pancakes. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ripped to right field, base hit in front of Hope. He comes throwing to first base, it gets away. Mabry slides into second. That was an unnecessary throw, Keith. A rare mental mistake we've seen from Oklahoma.
Yeah, they haven't made that. The ball was hit really hard to Jed Hope, and he was trying to come up and maybe get the out at first base, but Mabry runs so well, it was going to be difficult to get him at first base. And he comes up right here, tries to make the throw. Throw is offline, can't get to it. Now tying run in scoring position.
Go-ahead run at the plate, and Nate Hernandez, who's got 2 home runs in this regional. And they will intentionally walk him. It appeared that's what they were signaling. Yes, they will intentionally walk Hernandez. See the 4 fingers go up. So Hernandez will take first. Now, the intentional walk does add 4 pitches to the pitch count. So Shackelford now at 68 pitches as he gets closer to that 85 pitch maximum.
They've been really good at turning the double play. This also sets up the double play.
Hernandez with his 3rd intentional walk of this regional.
Yeah, but it also, by doing that, you're putting the go-ahead run on base.
Would you have pitched to him, though?
I don't think you should pitch to him, but I might have thrown a couple of curveballs to see if you could get him to go fishing for it.
And the old unintentional, intentional walk, maybe.
Hey, this is a great inning right here. Good opportunity to show off our double play. We're going to get a ground ball. Going to get a ground ball. The 2 big hitters that they've got are on base, so we're beyond that, okay? We can turn this double play right here. This is a game maker. Stay strong on your glove side right here and stay tucked strong to your shoulder. Get that shoulder strong. I want that shoulder strong. Come through it on that curveball, okay?
If the ball's hit to Brady, so you go 3 or 2.
Well, you can go 3 or you can go 3 or 2.
Yeah, because then it'll
Yeah. All right.
Mark Brumble, little encouragement. That's 90% of managing these kids.
No question. Making sure they're learning. These guys know where to go with the baseball. Their baseball IQ really good. You can see taking, we go 2 or 3, where we're going to go with it, what we're going to do. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Dominguez is the hitter. He was in the middle of that controversial play in the 3rd inning. Tried to bunt, called out for interference. They took a run off the board. Nice play by Lane to keep the runners at bay.
Outstanding. Mabry may be the fastest guy here. You keep that guy at second base. That's a gigantic play on a curveball. Watch him smother it right in front, down perfect.
That's
just
textbook, isn't it?
It's just perfect.
We've been heaping praise on Tanner McMurray, who's caught most of the Oklahoma games, but Lane has been terrific tonight.
He sure has. Big pitch right here.
Dominguez taking 2-1.
Pretty sure they were taking a strike right there. Didn't want to go to 3-0.
Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. This one driven out to right center field. Ranging over is Crockett to make the catch. Mabry hesitated. Now he goes to 3rd. The ball hits him. Hernandez stays at first. And it's 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. That ball was hit well, but it found Crockett's glove.
Well, I tell you what, this is This is almost a gigantic mistake. He gets off the bag. Now he's got to go back and tag. He does tag. Now he takes off and decides, oh, I shouldn't go. Now he's hung up. If this throw doesn't hit him in the back, he's out at third base and the inning is over. Instead, there'll be runners at first and third and 2 outs.
Delmonico Moreno, the batter. And he looks at a breaking ball for strike one. Moreno hit into a double play his last time up. His favorite athlete, a guy who came through in so many of these situations for the Yankees over the years, Derek Jeter.
Got to be a wall behind the plate right here, too, on the curveball.
I think he went around it. They say no.
Watch the barrel of the bat.
He held up.
His hands, it doesn't matter where the hands are. Where's the barrel, in my opinion?
2-1, another nice play by Lane behind the plate with that tying run at third.
Oh, you got a fastball count here. D-Money is a pretty good fastball hitter. We've seen him take some pretty good swings. He's going to get one right here.
Low ball four. The bases are loaded.
You've already had a visit, and if you go back out again, you've got to make a pitching change. So if you decide to go right here, you're going to have to go to somebody different if you decide to go out.
Denzel Martinez is the hitter. Think about the situations you play out in the backyard and in your dreams as a little leaguer. Game on the line, bases loaded, a chance to be the hero.
They're going to leave him. He thought about going out. You can see we had a great view of that. Decided to stay with him.
It'll be Shackelford's batter. Strike one to Martinez. Now for these kids, this feels like Game 7 of the World Series.
Oh, it is. I mean, you're playing for a chance tomorrow to go to Williamsport.
Grounded to second. Steps on the bag, and Spence Perry gets the force.
How about having him stay in the game for one more batter? You see, he's coming to get him right here. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave him for one more guy. And he said, give me one more, and he got him.
Game summary brought to you by Honda. Brady Shackelford, 5 innings of 2-run ball on the mound. He's driven in 2 runs at the plate. The top 4 hitters have done the damage for New Mexico, 7 for 11. And Aiden Quintela, 3 2/3 innings, no runs in relief for New Mexico.
Quintela, he's got to throw a 0 up here. His offense failed to score there, right there with the bases loaded. They're still down 1, can't be chasing more than 1. So a lot falls on his shoulder. 57 pitches thrown so far since coming into the game.
Logan Conway, the hitter, to lead off the top of the 6th. Swings over a curveball 0-1. In the history of this Southwest Regional, only 3 teams have made it to Williamsport. Texas East, Texas West, and Louisiana. The team that has had the least success since this regional started in 2002, Oklahoma. They finished 5th twice. They finished last every other time. And right now, Oklahoma is 3 outs away from playing in the regional championship.
With a chance to punch a ticket to Williamsport.
1-2 to Conway. Nicknamed Sunshine. Popped foul.
Wouldn't be surprised if Shackelford has to be removed because of pitch count, that we won't see Logan Conway and the knuckleball in the game.
Looking ahead to the bottom of the 6th, Shackelford, the Oklahoma pitcher, at 79 pitches. He can go to 85. He's allowed to go over 85 if he starts an at-bat under that threshold. Swing and a miss on a curve, 1 out. Mark Brumble, this is what he said to Shackelford between innings.
Am I done for the game?
No, I almost got you through that, but I think you got one more. I like the curveball. You all right? Get some reps, okay?
I only have 6 more pitches.
Okay.
I'll give you one at
Gotta love the confidence. Ball 1 to Emerson Lane.
It's been a major part of tonight. Lane has been excellent behind the plate.
We have seen so many games decided on wild pitches and passed balls in this regional. So many games turn because of what happens behind the plate.
And he's just smothered everything back there tonight.
Dribbled right back to the mound. Quintela over to first, 2 outs. Tonight, after International Champions Cup Soccer on ESPN, John Anderson and Steve Levy behind the desk for SportsCenter. They'll break down Max Scherzer's season so far. Scherzer searching for his 4th Cy Young. He was pitching tonight for the Nats in the 2nd game of a doubleheader. Plus Keyshawn Johnson on what Dak Prescott needs to do in year 3. And Tom Rinaldi on the missing link for Tiger Woods this year. SportsCenter after Real Madrid and FC Roma on ESPN. Top of the order now, Cam Knutson. And the Sea Dog swings and misses 0-1. Curveball, 1-2. 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup due up for New Mexico in the bottom of the 6th.
What a job out of the bullpen.
Fisted right side, Mabry to Quintela covering a 1-2-3 6th inning. New Mexico will try to walk it off in the bottom of the 6th. A couple of turning points in this game. In the 3rd, 1st and 2nd in New Mexico. 1 run in already. Jeremiah Dominguez bunts. Called for interference, running up the baseline to first base. So the runners have to go back to 1st and 2nd. A run had scored on the play. Next batter, Delmonico Moreno grounds into an inning-ending double play. And then in the 5th inning, Mark Brumble almost went and got his pitcher, Brady Shackelford. Brady says, Coach, one more.
And he got that one more. As he comes up, makes a good pitch with him loaded. Perry gets to the bag. Lead maintains here at 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Shades of David Cohn in the 96 World Series telling Joe Torre, one more batter. Gustavo Moreno will lead it off. Grounds one to short. Knutson over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Keith, that is critical given Shackelford's pitch count. He's now at 80. He might be able to finish this game now.
Very easily could get there. He can get an out recorded before he throws 85. He can go through the threshold to face the 3rd batter of the inning.
You're allowed to cross that 85 pitch maximum threshold if you begin a at-bat under it. And he's gotten 2 outs on 2 pitches. But this last out is going to be the hardest one. It's the top of the New Mexico order coming up. And Aiden Quintela, who has been sensational in relief on the mound. Oklahoma 1 out away from a trip to the regional championship.
Well, this is the part of the lineup, even though there's 2 outs when you get here, that has done all the damage this entire tournament for Carlsbad. If you can reach base right here, you're going to get some guys that can do some damage.
You're going to have a shot. And you got Tristan Thomas on deck, who's 12 for 15 in this tournament. Mac Mabry follows. He's 3 for 3 today. Then Nate Hernandez, who has 2 home runs in this regional. But first, Quintella has to get on.
Thought Shackelford outstanding defensively at first base in this tournament. Now trying to have a complete game victory to put him into the championship game.
Punched out, right center field. That will drop. Quintella stops it first. The tying run is on. And now it's Tristan Thomas, who's 12 for 15 in this regional.
Well, Thomas will get a chance to come to the plate. The other part is he's still under 85, so he can face Thomas if you want to leave him. And that's exactly what Oklahoma's going to do.
Low ball 1. Pete the Cat providing the mojo in the Oklahoma dugout. A ball into strike to Thomas. 2 for 3 today, a single, a double, and he flied out.
Shackelford wasn't sure he could continue. He just knew that was 85, and he didn't get an out, and he was upset. Hey, you can continue through the threshold.
Now this will be his last batter, no matter what. Hit hard to second. Perry is there. Flips to second. And the improbable run continues for Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma will play for a regional title tomorrow against Texas with a chance to go to Williamsport. They have defied their history.
First time ever.
Defied their odds.
What a performance by Shackelford. The defense showed up again. All across the board, they made 3 hold up to get to the championship game.
Defense has traveled with them throughout districts, sectionals, and it's the reason they're playing for a regional championship tomorrow.
It's a heck of a story. We just have not seen a team out of Oklahoma get to this far, this deep into the tournament. A really nice play, go down. Ball was hit really hard. Stayed with it, get the out, and then the celebration begins.
Spence Perry has made a couple of really nice plays in the last couple of innings defensively. Pete the Cat will be in the dugout for one more game.
Yes, it will. Well, that's what this is all about. The excitement is what Little League is all about.
Oklahoma, before last year's regional, had just 1 win in the history of the Southwest Regional. They won 1 game last year, and it was a big deal. Very little was expected this year, even though the team was supposed to be better. But they're a lot better.
A lot better.
And remember, they played Texas just yesterday. The final score was 5-0. That was a 1-0 game going into the 6th inning.
Top of the 6th inning. It was 1-0 with a chance.
This Oklahoma team, yeah, they're going to be the underdog again tomorrow, as they've been through most of this regional. I wouldn't bet against them.
I tell you what, they have done everything you can do to put themselves in position. Their baseball knowledge is outstanding, and their defense has been spectacular.
It's been one of the best stories in the history of this Southwest Regional. Tulsa National will play Texas, Houston, Texas, tomorrow, 1 Eastern, noon Central on ESPN. The winner of that game will go to Williamsport. Coming up next, College Game Day featured, built by the Home Depot.